Hey y'all, coming to you from the roof of Thunder 3, and it's been hot down here all week. So I'm down to a purgatory pace. I just wanted to show you what I did with the old sirens on this truck. Somebody had robbed the old sirens before I got it, and I couldn't replace them with the expensive sirens that were taken. So what I did was I went down and got some hub covers that I used for drivers, drive axles, and I modified them, and they've done a great job. They've been on there for years, and they look pretty cool. I also made up that group of clearance lights there next to the spotlight. So what I wanted to show you was I had to fall back on Thunder 3 for a couple of days because even though it's very hot this week, in a few weeks showers will start again, and that season will start. So I wanted to show you, I almost lost this roof, and there was a major hole right here, and it was all rusted out and all that. It was really messy looking. And this was an emergency repair because some major showers were a week away at the time, and basically I just wanted to get something done with it to keep the water out. So what I did was I used boat goop, good old boat goop again, saved the day. Cut a couple of aluminum pieces to cover the holes, and I basically just glued them in with the boat goop. And I didn't play around with it. I didn't worry about beauty, making it look great at the time. It was just get it saved. You know what I mean? And rust was starting all the way down the gutters or roof seams. I just call them gutters. I don't get into all in technical words, like when I'm talking about the boat, I don't talk about the bow and the stern and all that nonsense. I just say the front and the back. So I filled the gutters with goop also. And I've noticed this goop never shrinks. And it seems to get harder with time. So when it's fresh, so this stuff is sandable, paintable. So when it's fresh, they recommend you use 320. Now I've been hitting this with, yesterday I hit it with 120, 240, and then 400. And you can see what I can do with it now. You see how rough it is. See, this was a big gaping hole right here. And so I just kind of bridged it with the goop and just kind of made it like hang together at the time. But this is solid now, so I can come along with some more goop if I want to. And I can fill in these little spots just like you do with body filler. And let me take a look under here. You see all that roughness under there? See, I can come back with a little bit more boat goop and I can fill those spots in and then let it sit for a while and then come back and sand it. And it'll start to come pretty close to the original thing, you know? But I'll show you the goop in a minute. Let's go down and take a look at that now. I'm just thinking about things as I'm going. Okay, let's go down and look at this goop. Very good stuff. I got a new tube right here lined up for a few things. So, Sikaflex product, marine adhesive sealant, above, below water. See, it says right there, can you see that? Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Come on, focus, baby. Multi-material, paintable, low odor. Ah, look at that. Aging resistant. Yeah, I've noticed that. Very good stuff. Very impressed with it. I'm not sure if that's pronounced Sika or Sika. I don't know. Sika Marine? That sounds a bit funny. But yeah, it's been a hell of a heat wave this week, guys. I love all these people that work in the AC, and let's go around the other side there. I can show you a couple of things. All these people that work in the AC, and they say, and even people that work inside repair shops and things like that, they say, oh man, I love summer. You know, summer's great. I mean, I don't even have a shade tree here. But those AC workers, they go out in the blazing heat for about 5 minutes. They say, oh, this feels great. And then they duck back into that AC and they say, man, I love summer. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So this fender was another emergency repair or emergency save. Let's call it an emergency save at the time. Same time I patched up that hole in the roof to save the roof. And this fender was rusting away. You can see a couple of little holes appeared there. And all I had was the aluminum at the time. And I was 2 days out from some major rain coming through, and I just sanded it 400 real quick and then smashed the aluminum on there, and that saved it. 2 years back now. So the other thing is this under the windshield here, and same story, all rusted out, full of holes, filled with boat goop. And saved it. So this used to be red right here. So I'm going to take it back to red. You can see where the line connects there. So it was red straight across and then under the windshield. But at the time, well, this was a later time, about a year ago, I thought, oh, it might look kind of cool with the white coming down and then under the windshield. But I don't think I like it that much. I think I'll go back to the red, and I've got some nice red, and I'm looking forward to taking it back to red and seeing what this new red looks like. So, looking forward to that. Check that out. Would make an awesome belt buckle. Be a little bit big, but it would be like a championship boxing belt or something like that. Be pretty cool. I'll put some red in there while I'm at it. So looking forward to that. And I was going to do that this afternoon, but I've run into some delays. But also, I decided it would be better to finish. See if I can finish sanding these edges right here, cleaning that spot up. See up there? So I'll finish cleaning up those edges so that nonsense isn't dropping down onto this fender here, because this fender will be repainted red. And if it looks good, I'll redo all the red with that red. And then I'll do the grill with the aluminum. Okay. So let's head back over to Thunder 1, because I'm still marching on with Thunder 1. And I've managed to grind out a couple of things during the week, even though it's been extremely hot. Like I'll do my errands in the morning before 10 a.m. and then late afternoon, like 4:30, I'll come out and try to get something done, you know. Hey girls, say hi. Yeah, let's take a close-up real quick. Hey girls, there you go. Say hi and smile. Good girl, Light. Ah, Light's very smart. She sat down with me the other day and had a conversation. But I've noticed that the toughest birds around, like these girls, will hide. They'll take shelter. Well, not really hide. They'll take shelter. What's with all them black feathers there? That's pretty strange. You see all that? It's like some kind of scrap has gone on there. Pico looks okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, this feather's falling off her. It looks like. Yeah, you see that? Watch that. You see she's digging at herself. And feathers are falling off while she's digging. Huh. And you can see there's feathers everywhere. Alright, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, let's go over to Thunder 1 and show you a couple of things I've managed to get done over here. And one thing I'm very happy about is my new, squeeze through here real careful so I don't tear my shirt on all these obstacles. My new deck plate. Very happy with this. It's just as good looking and just as good as anything you'd pick up in a truck's parts shop for hundreds of dollars. And all it is just some gutter grates tacked together. See across there, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good tacks between each one. So that's come out really nice. Very happy with that. And it's just bungee corded on there. And but it's solid. Doesn't budge. Won't budge. And that way if you get any twist in the frame, you know, you don't have to worry about anything buckling or anything like that. You know, it'll just, the bungee cords will flex a little bit and it should be good to go. And then the other thing I got done is I put a coat of paint on the top of the fuel tanks. Now this spot that I touched up here with boat goop, that'll be covered with the red that I'm using on Thunder 3. So this is one coat, really needs two, but I'll get around to it. Let me show you the top hydraulic tank. This was getting some pretty major rust. It was borderline getting serious. And you can see I've saved that. So we'll go around to the other tank. Show you the deal with that. Now you remember I had a broken tank strap here. And the plan was to remove this one and then bring this one over to here. So I had trouble getting this one off. And you can see down here, I've still got to cut that off. Cut off grinder. But this one was fighting me so hard. I knew if I went any further, I even put in a, see the gap there? So when I was trying to take the nut off, the whole strap was twisting. And I even put a spacer in there to try to keep the strap flat and square. But it just wasn't buying it. It was just gonna, it would have damaged something. And you can even see the spacer put a little dent right there. So I'm not gonna argue with it because I don't want to bust it up, you know? So what I'm gonna do is, so I've cleaned up this rust and I'm just gonna get a nice little red ratchet strap and put it on there. And it'll look good. It'll give it a look. Because remember, this tank is a dummy anyway. It's shut down. I only run off the other tank, so both these tanks were pretty badly damaged when I got the truck. They had big dents in the back, probably from blowouts. And I used body filler, dents in the side. Anybody with a keen eye can see where the body filler was used. You can see little chip marks and things like that. But not a work of art, remember? Not going for that no more. Just look good going down the road, but not a work of art. I don't know. It's like a, I don't know, a thought popped in my head there. It's kind of, I don't know, it's still a work of art. Anyway, plenty to do. And then another touch of green that I noticed just yesterday is up under the visor there. You see that? Remember I was talking about a touch of green the other day? So I'll repaint that green too one of these days. Lots to look forward to. Okay, guys. Bye con Dios. Be safe, and we'll talk.